also don't like being pushed back, so if you push, I'll push back, and I will stand my ground in certain ways. But I did kind of learn a lot to tame my anger and to tame it. But when you're in there, I think strategy kind of goes out the window, and then you adapt to the place that you're currently in. Jojo.
Did you?
Did I though? No, I didn't.
Man, we'll chop it out.
Just good seeing you, man. You look good. You look good.
Subscribe for your girl or be cool. Your faves in Biggie's house are going through different forms of emotions. Of course, some will laugh, cry, others will smile, others will be afraid. All this jumped up is because of the social experiment program we call reality show going on in the house, where you have strangers picked far and near South Africa, cooked up in the same house, and they begin to bond to the extent that taking out one begins to affect people positively, negatively. Nsuku left Ezra nest. Camera picks on Jojo. She cannot help but hold on to tears. In her room, she's telling Sepesele she would have saved him, but prior to a conversation he had with Ezra, he said, I don't want to influence. Do what you got to do. If it is me who is worth it, go do it. If not, do what you got to do. Maybe that time the young man did not know that people will be putting him up for eviction. She says she hoped she did something different. Sepesele is saying don't beat yourself. He caused that because during his time as HOH, myself, Sepesele, I was up and he saved Swiss. So maybe you were putting all these thoughts and thinking that if you don't go for another person, he will not save you. Girl said, yeah, something of that sort. Sepesele said, but I also understand that your relationship with him was growing. And what you have with him is different from what I had with him. But regardless, people are here to play games. Chin up. He will be fine. And girl said, okay. Later, she's okay. She's outside in a conversation with Tyron. Tyron mocking and going like, oh, your two Valentines. Them come out, them they go home. Girl laughed and said, the two distraction boys. And Tyron added, your daddy's church, they've been praying over time. God, take these two boys out. They are a distraction for Jojo. And she laughed. Another person who is beating himself is Swiss. As much as Tyron is cracking jokes to entertain him, he cannot help but feel guilty. Imagine a young man other people saved, only to get to your turn and you were being selfish, thinking about your win at the expense of a win for the boys, going for a so-called weaker link in the name of Jojo, only for her to come, nominate you for eviction, nominate your brother for eviction, and to get them kicked out. It is what it is. It is a game after all. But that boy is really going through it. Hello, welcome to Vampire GH. Thank you so much for clicking. Now, on it too much. Sefeli gets evicted. Melino happens to give him his last hug, just as he did with Ezra. Emotions are at play again. This time, you have girl Martha breaking down with Sepesele and boy Melino. Men aren't supposed to cry. They're supposed to be thickened and strong. But it is what it is, and they bond with emotions. He broke down, housemate going to comfort him. Boy being solo on the outside with thoughts in his mind, thinking what is going on around me. Now, with the boys there, a little happy, not settled, not knowing, but they're glad that at least they had opportunity to be in Biggie's house. So Feli's question is asked, would you have pushed further on Ashley? Is Ashley's ship with Sweet GULUVA gonna last? He said he doesn't want to be a prophet of doom, but he does not see it lasting. And if he was inside, he would have tried a shot. But he's okay, and he's wishing them the best. You have Nsuku saying Nate is a snake, I've told you. He hopes his brother Swiss will win. But unknown to him right now, Swiss does not have a chance. You have boy Ezra also refusing to talk about people that he was closer to, especially the girls. But trust Smash to help him with one or two names, and trust the fans to go like Jojo. Now so he turned and went like Jojo, and they were all with smiles. He says he's learned his lessons. He's grateful for the platform. He was totally himself, and lessons learned is he has learned to manage his anger. Another person I would want to talk about is BK. When the young man was put on the spot, I kind of felt I'm not BK though. How about you saying, I will marry Nate, but I'll be polygamous? I like the two other girls. I'm kissing the two. I'm not evicting any. Why am I saying this? Because, girl, Nsuku is not having it. In a conversation she's having with Tyron, more like, cho, that boy did me bad. After saying he will marry me, he is back saying something else. I think he's joking. Boy said it's possible. Girl said, I know, Tyron, you are closer to Nate. So there are conversations I've had with BK I cannot reveal to you. But trust me, that boy did not do well. Why would he say he will evict me? What did I do to him? After all the beautiful times and moments that we've shared, I am not happy. Now, as much as she was laughing, she was also communicating her hurt with Muzi at the extreme end. More like, baby girl, you are not over it? Snap out. You got me with you into the future. On and on, girl is saying that if she does not get BK, no one is going to get him. And so whether boy will go for Mshini or Nate, she would just be lingering around. But she was quick to say, this is just a reality show. It is games and nothing more like nothing malicious. I'm just hoping she sticks to it because we do not want to wake up and now she's overdoing it and it's becoming obsession. That will be her making Nate win. I told you earlier Ashley was pissed off with Martha, and it is all because Martha and Nsuku took her pie together with that of sweet GULUVA. And girl is saying that what is good for the goose is equally good for the ganja, and it is ticked for tact. If she felt it was a game, drinking something for all, why not? She is returning the favor. Fortunately or unfortunately, officially, Nsuku has invited Martha into the nomination list. I think Ashley Sweet GULUVA will be teaming up to nominate these two. For Nsuku, she is a regular customer for Sweet GULUVA, and it's gonna happen again. But for Martha, waiting. The first week, Sweet GULUVA nominated her, but that was all. But now that she is in the picture again, Mamma Mia, Ashley might not forgive. I'm beginning to think for once, Mshini will rest on the list of Ashley. Waiting days up, Nate is not having it. According to her, this girl called Sepesele, they ask, say, me and her are the same. She wanna cook, she should bring it on because I know how to cook. She's just been around from week 1 wanting my trouble. Why is Nate beefing? Nate is beefing because of a man called BK. Yes, and saying that girl is being a lot and she'll get her time. Like, cho. With a lot going on and Muzi hearing a lot, he began to compose a new song. I'm like, give it to us, baby. Your faves are done with eviction, of course. They are now taking off their clothes and UYANDA being grateful but pacing around. I don't know what's wrong. He later goes to the kitchen to watch the utensils. Ashley is a usual customer of saucepan and the little pieces of food stacked beneath the saucepan. So she is doing her usual job, enjoying it whilst her man waits for her. Later, they step out to have conversation. They're talking about Val's Day. They are very grateful to be there. You have girls saying, for once, are you happy that he's gone? Boy is like, why not? But he's not the only one who likes you. And girl is like, who? He went like K. She's like, who? He keeps saying it. And girl is like, BK? Then he's like, yes. I'm like, cho. Hey, I didn't see this coming. Anyway, you have Sweet GULUVA and baby girl back in the sofa catching some nap. Now, back to UYANDA and Swiss. Girl, Mandy want to find out, when UYANDA was saved, you were so happy. Boy is like, it is what it is. Why won't I be happy for my boy? And to think the others were evicted. I was so happy, at least for once we can walk straight in the house before we be walking like we are crooked and we cannot even express ourselves. Whilst they were on this conversation, you have boy UYANDA saying that Baloki, he is likely to leave Big Brother's house smoking tobacco. And you have Sepesele saying that, sure, those guys were a lot, you know. It is how when you see them smoking and they'll be like, come, join us. And that kind of thing, it is fun. The ABOBO said, I miss Sefali. And you have UYANDA saying that, I saw you were beginning to bond with him. Then boy is like, yeah, I was beginning to enjoy his company. It's unfortunate. And you have UYANDA saying, sure. But it's the game, it's okay. And for once, you could see smiles whilst they were having conversation. It is not that deep. It means these housemates are not enemies as it is promoted and predicted out there. On and on, you have Ashley with her man on chills. Like I told you, it's about to go down. with what they got in stock. And we don't know what Biggie is planning, and I don't think Biggie will cause chaos, but Biggie might decide to select for people for the Vals Day. But whether Biggie does it or not, don't forget the dinner date Ashley and GULUVA got. So whether they don't find themselves during the Vals Day, the after Vals will be their moment. Conversation Mshini is having with Martha and Nsuku. Nsuku is saying that, I've been up for eviction from week 1. But they've never asked me a question. Maybe Smash does not ask people who will stay questions. Maybe he asks those who he want to kick out. You have Martha saying, no, my dear. I like how she speaks. No, my dear. And she's intelligent, yeah. It doesn't work that way. I think it's because of what goes on in the diary room, the private conversations, the activities going on in the house, the hidden conversations, what fans out there want, and a mixture of all these cooked together is what prompts Smash to talk to you. Mshini could not agree less and said yes. And she's like, really? They are like, yes, so my dear. But this is what is happening in Biggie's house. A night of bandana boys in the sand, or made to chew the sand. They say, we're wishing them the best and the best of good luck in all they do, those in and out, and those who have been evicted previously. Last, everybody will be okay, don't you think? Swayze is shocked he nearly got burnt, and he's surprised, like, wow, you could be so close to going home, then you still get opportunity. So how is the game played? Melino is like, I don't know, but boy, don't forget to play the game. He is like, how? What do you do? Because with what we were doing, if that is not the game, then what do we do? A boy is like, be sincere and truthful to yourself as much as you can. That might help you. You have actually GULUVA sleeping. You have Tyron still on the neck and saying that, hey, that one was planning to take you to Thailand or Vietnam. And you have Jojo saying that, yes, he said he was going to send me money to go to Vietnam. And I'm waiting for that money because I got to fly. And it is how Martha, they were doing half five and things. I'm like, sure, Jojo. Is either it's a game she talks too much or she just enjoys making fun of the young man. It's more like loving a man who does not meet your standard, sort of. That is how I want to say. Not that the person is not okay, but how you envisage your man, that is not how you see in it the person. So you just tend to hate, mock, and do whatever that pleases you. Anyway, they will all be okay, yeah? Good night. Adios.